Hi, this is Luke, and this is how to get even hits for any mix using Drum Leveler from Sound Radix. This does exactly what it says and acts just like a third hand on the fader with lots of fine control available. Today, with a little help from other tools from Sound Radix, I'm using Drum Leveler to take a jumpy and uneven performance to something that is consistent and predictable every time. And if you take a look at my channel meters for my kick and snare, you can see the exact improvement that Drum Leveler is bringing to my drum mix. So at its simplest, Drum Leveler has a target level, so I can get everything to conform to this level. I can move my high threshold to include all the loudest hits, and the low threshold to include all the quietest hits. Applying positive compression values rides my drum hits towards the target, so quiet things get turned up and loud things get turned down. Whereas negative values ride my levels away from the target, so quiet things get quieter and loud things get louder to inject more dynamic interest if I need to do that. And again, if you look at my kick meter, you can see that's working. Turn it down. So jumpier again. And if I go all the way into expansion, I'm exacerbating those differences. So I'm going to go back to 100%. Just to get that lovely consistency back in my drum performance. I also have a gate as well. Now, this is quite a good recording in as much as there isn't too much spill. So if I just take the gate out of the equation, you can hear what I did have going on in the background. Not too much, but I can use the sidechain filters to refine what Drum Leveler is reacting to, and I can drop it into a listen mode as well. And for my kick, I'm using the band stop mode, so Drum Leveler is listening to the impact of the beater and the thump of the shell and ignoring everything else in between. So moving on to the snare, Drum Leveler has a little bit less work to do with this one because the hits are quite consistent. And so going back to my ability to move away from the target level, I can expand this performance instead. And this time I'm using Drum Leveler's sidechain filters in a more conventional band pass mode. So filtering out some toms and some cymbal spill out of my snare drum. And these are so sharp, so useful. And really usefully, the gate recovery has a tempo sync function as well. And I also get tempo sync on the minimum retrigger value. Now this control regulates the time it takes for Drum Leveler to consider a new beat after an older one has passed down the timeline. Now, although Drum Leveler can replace your fader or clip gain and do a much better job than a channel compressor to get level control, it's also perfect for putting in front of your favourite channel or bus compressor to get much more consistent results. So that is how to get even hits for any mix using Drum Leveler from Sound Radix. A true drum mixing essential that's quicker, easier, and just better. To find out more and to read our full article, head over to the Production Expert blog.